What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA Saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you my recap and my thoughts on the latest interview that was made by TRCH and John Brda answered some questions related to our story. Then I will show you the latest update, the Q1 earnings report from NextBridge Hydrocarbons, and I also show you some interesting details. And at the end of this video I will show you some news that probably are not the best one in terms of the relationships inside our MMTLP community. So, and let's start with the interview. I have to say that TRCH invited John Brda, former CEO of Torchlight Energy, and he and his co-hosts asked a lot of questions to John, and John kindly answered all of them. And I have to say that I made some notes related to these questions, and let me start one by one. So definitely one of the first questions was about the Flamethrower, the company that was established by John Brda and his friends. And he invested his own money and the money of his friends to investigate the problem of MMTLP. And he works with Wes Christian, one of the most famous lawyers on the field of naked shorting. And the question was, what is the progress of this company? And John answered that they invested a lot of money into the process. The investigation is still in process, and they have some results that he don't want to disclose right now. But he also told us that they are working on a class action lawsuit. And he also added that this class action lawsuit will be open for all of the MMTLP shareholders. And it is very important because some of MMTLP community, some people from MMTLP community might think that John Brda is hiding something, and he's also making some kind of actions in order to receive his own benefits and not share these benefits with the MMTLP community. But it is not the case. John also added that this process will be opened, and everybody who holds the MMTLP shares, and right now it is the NextBridge Hydrocarbon shares, might be added to this lawsuit as a plaintiff and receive all the benefits from this lawsuit. And in my opinion, it is very important. So next meaningful question was about the timeline. How long this process will take. And definitely nobody knows how long it might take, but John answered that probably it will not end this year. And everything depends on FINRA and its decisions. Definitely if FINRA will release the blue sheets, we will have more information, and this information will be a huge step towards the resolution of the problem. And unfortunately for now FINRA is hiding this information, and that's why John doesn't think that it will end this year. So next, in my opinion, very important point. Let me show you somewhere here. Recently, Dizzy, her Twitter account is Dizalifornia. She mentioned about this 57-page presentation that is made directly for internal use in Congress. And John also saw this presentation, and he said that this presentation is real and there is nothing disparaging in it. So I have to say that it is quite an interesting situation, because this presentation wasn't released for the mass audience, for the MMTLP shareholders, and definitely it might be very interesting to see the information that is inside this presentation. So next question was about the settlement. If it will be a settlement, who will negotiate the terms of this settlement? And John answered that the negotiations will be on NextBridge Hydrocarbon side, and they will basically they are the only part that is involved in this settlement, because for now the MMTLP former MMTLP shares right now is NextBridge Hydrocarbons shares. That's why the negotiations should be in between between NextBridge Hydrocarbons, SEC and FINRA. And definitely it will not happen without releasing the blue sheets, and shareholders probably will not be involved in the process of negotiations. And it is what it is. I just want to tell you that a lot of people might be disappointed about this decision, but nothing is set in stone right now. And secondly, we have a lot of people who might bring a lot of emotions on the table. And emotions is the last argument that we need to see, because we have to know the real numbers, the real data, how many counterfeit shares were issued, who was the bad guys who did it, and so on and so forth. And we have to do it without any emotions. And only in this case we will be able to have more information and to receive the best possible outcome. So let me show you another information that was disclosed basically during this interview, and it is a 10Q form, and basically it is a Q1 2023 earnings report of NextBridge Hydrocarbons. And I didn't have enough time to dive deeper inside this document, but I want to pay attention on just several numbers. First of all, according to their assets, as you can see, they increased their total assets from the end of 2022 till end of March 2023. And previously it was $80.7 million, and right now it is $94.2 million. And they can cover all of their liabilities with their assets. And definitely it is a very, very good statement. On top of that, this number is slightly below than it was just a couple of months ago. Let me show you somewhere here that on December 31st, 2022, the evaluated cost of the oil and natural gas properties was $95.3 million, and March 31st, the price was $88.62 million. And this is definitely because of the volatility of the prices, and I think when the price of oil goes higher, definitely we will see much higher value of these properties. On top of that, the more wealth NextBridge Hydrocarbon has, the more information definitely they obtain. And because of this information, we can evaluate and we can assume that the Orogrande Basin is much bigger than we can even imagine. And the more thorough data we have regarding this basin, the more valuable this basin is. On top of that, let me show you some details regarding the number of shares outstanding. So right here you can see that the company will issue the number of shares of common stock to each of the Orogrande owners as follows. And there is an additional 27 million shares. And let me show you that Tony's tweets made this spreadsheet, that made this table. And we all knew that previously it was 165.47 million shares. Then it was added by 56.29 million shares. And we had this information previously with their S1, I guess, statement. And this number wasn't disclosed yet, and definitely it is some kind of surprise for existing shareholders. And the total number of shares right now is 248.8 million. And I have to say that you will not be disappointed about this number, because for now we have to see the resolution of the problem, the major problem of MMTLP. And I have to admit that the longer this process goes, the longer authorities and probably hedge funds are kicking the can down the road, the more problems it will bring to NextBridge Hydrocarbons, because they have to spend a lot of money in order to stay afloat, and without the additional dilution and without the rising of capital, they will not handle these expenses. That is why we have to be prepared for this. And I think at the end of the day, we should receive the fair price for the stocks, and I'm sure that we will do it. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap.